Hi everybody, I'm back with another video. Yes, finally. I'm sorry it's taking me so long. I keep on saying, okay, I'm gonna make a video, okay, I'm gonna make a video. My life's just been busy, hectic, things been going on, keeping me from making videos. So finally, a video, yes. And I know you're probably wondering, why is she in the car? Well, today I'm gonna show you guys how I got a braid out, or how I did my braid out. And I was gonna do this part of the video in the house, but the lighting just wasn't right. So I felt like natural lighting kind of shows you a little bit better the definition that I got. Just a disclaimer before you watch the video. I like day 2 hair, so most of the pictures and stuff that you see of me, it's the second day of my braid out. It's usually bigger and more fluffy, blah blah blah. So I mean, I'm feeling this a little bit, but it ain't my favorite just because I like it big, and it's not getting big because it's just the first day. And I know you guys probably see all that frizz. I'm not perfect yet, but I also do not mind the frizz. I feel like it makes it bigger. And that's all that I'm trying to do, is just make my hair big. But I'm just going to get right into the tutorial. I hope you guys like it. If so, comment, rate, subscribe. Okay, so after co-washing, I left my hair in a towel for about 25 minutes or so just to get all that moisture out so it's not too wet. I'd have to say at this point my hair is about half and half dry, half wet. But the goal is to have damp hair because we don't want these to take forever to dry. To begin the braids, I usually like to make the back bottom half braids a little bigger because those are the ones that you don't really see the most, and I don't want to have a bunch of braids in my head, so I don't know, I just tend to make the back ones a little bigger than the other ones. We want to make sure that our hair is perfectly smooth for these braids. So to begin, I'm going to just pick out any tangles or knots that I have. And the reason why we want to make sure it's smooth is because the design or the pattern that the braid is going to create will be more smooth and more defined if we make sure that our natural curls are, smoothed out. And I just use a little bit of my olive oil for this, but I've discovered that the more olive oil that you use, the more defined and kind of like flat your results are. So if you would like, your hair to look all stretched out and kind of like flat, then use more product. But if you want the big afro look like I will have, you just want to use a little. I like to braid it all the way down to the end because I think it's because my foam rollers are bigger than what I would like them to be. So I don't like the look that it gives, so I just try to braid it all the way as far as I can. The purpose of the foam rollers is to kind of keep the braid in place and to curl those ends up. You know how sometimes when you take a braid out, your ends are straight? Well, the foam roller is going to create chemistry with the rest of the style so that it's not just like, bam, straight ends. I've seen a lot of braid out tutorials and also twist outs where they'll do like cornrows or flat twists to the head. The problem with those, I do not like the results I get. Like, for some reason I can't get good results. It always comes out super frizzy. So that's the reason why I like these single braids, and I really suggest these over any cornrows or anything because the results are, more defined and you have more control over what you get. Okay, so in total I have 6 braids. The more braids that you do, the smaller the pattern will be. the less braids that you do, the bigger it will be. But I suggest you doing small to medium size, because the bigger the braids are, the longer it's going to take for it to dry, and the style's not going to, you know, turn out to be as cute, I'd say. But look at me, I'm getting it. Before you take the braids out and the foam rollers, just make sure that it's completely dry. I'm telling you, the style is not going to turn out if it's not all the way dry. It will revert back to your own curl pattern and be very, very, very frizzy. So just make sure it's dry. If it's not, try to use a blow dryer or sit under a hooded dryer for at least 20 minutes or more. But again, I cannot emphasize it enough. Make sure it's 100% dry. Now, to take the braids out, I did smooth on a little bit more of that olive oil onto my fingers. What this is going to do is just try to prevent a little bit of that frizzing that I get when taking the braids out. Oh yeah, and I forgot to mention, I put my braids in at about like 4 p.m. and I didn't take them out until like 11 or 12 the next morning. So it took my hair a lot of hours to dry, so just be prepared for that. Now I'm just gonna grab my pick to kind of separate some of those like parts so you can't see my scalp. I don't like the separations and stuff that I get, so I just try to pick it out a little bit. I'm not like trying to be all perfect and stuff, as you can see. Like, I don't care if I get frizz, I don't care what it looks like. I just want it to be big, so that's what I'm doing, separating the parts and trying to get a bigger afro-y look. And I promise, the results really aren't that frizzy. I don't know, it's just something about the color that I have in my hair and the lighting in my room. They don't react well, so in this video, it looks like cotton, but I swear, the results are more defined than that. Every night, no matter what style I have, I always use the pineapple method. And as you can see, my scrunchie's already so stretched out because I use it so much. But that's the goal. You want a really loose ponytail. Sometimes I even use a headband so that it doesn't leave any indentions when I take it out in the morning. But this is going to protect my style and not let it get messed up when I'm tossing and turning at night. And I always cover with a satin bonnet to prevent breakage and to keep everything intact. I hope you all enjoy. Thank you so much. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Oh yeah, and follow me on Instagram at AMHighFlyHigh.